In this video, I'm going to show you how to configure your home page on Move-In Ready. We've installed our Move-In Ready theme, and you'll see that our home page has just got the default content here on the home page. So we need to set up these widgets. So I'm going to go to the dashboard of my site, going to go to Appearance and go to Widgets. We're going to start with the first widget area on the home page, which is Home Top Left. Now, if you're using IDX Broker, you would use the Equity IDX Property Carousel widget. And we have this on another site. Let me go over to that site. This is using the Equity IDX Property Carousel widget. You just drag that widget to this area, and you configure the settings similar to what I'm doing here. I'm going to be using WP Listings on my site because I don't have the IDX installed. So let's go to Widgets, and instead I'm going to be using the Equity Featured Listings scroller. Now, we don't give it a title. For image size, we're going to select Listings Large. Decide how many listings we wanted to show. The default is 3, but you can set that to anything else. How many results you want shown in the widget at one time without scrolling. We want it to only display one at a time. And what display term, whether you just want to show the active listings. So I'm going to click Save. Now, for this to display property, when you install WP Listings, go to Listings, Settings, and check the box to deregister the WP Listing Widget CSS. This is because we want Equity to handle all the CSS for the display of the WP listings. So let's go back to Appearance Widgets. Now we've added this Equity Featured Listing scroller for our WP listings. Let's refresh the site and see there's our WP listings. Now on the site with the IDX Broker, we're going to go to Widgets on there. Home top left is using the Equity IDX Property Carousel for IDX Broker. And you want to select Featured Listings, or if you've got supplemental listings, you can do that. And it's similar. You select how many you want to show without scrolling, which is 1, the maximum number of listings, and the sort order for those featured listings. So that's how you set it up for the IDX. Now, the next item we want to set up is the property search, the home top right widget. Now, if you're using IDX, you're going to use the Equity IDX Quick Search. So you just drag that Equity IDX Quick Search from here over to the home top right widget area. Give it a title. This one I'm using Property Search. Select the MLS you want to use, what you want the button text to say, and you want to select the vertical orientation, and whether you want to show the Advanced Search and Map Search link. So that's how it's displayed with the IDX. So we're going to this is the IDX Broker widget here. Now, if you're not using an IDX, we want to use the WP Listing Search widget. So let's go over to let's go down. We want this WP Listing Search. I'm going to drag it up, home top right, and we're going to give it a title. And select what taxonomies we want the users to be able to select. Our taxonomies are set up for location and property types, and we've also added bedroom and bathroom taxonomies. You can put whatever text you want for the button, and we're going to save. So let's go to the front of our site, and here's our property search for WP listings. Okay, the next widget area here is in the home middle. You can put whatever you want. You can use a text widget if you want a welcome message. Our demos are showing, let's go here, demos are showing these buttons for What Is My Home Worth and the Free Listing Manager. This is using the column shortcodes and also the button shortcodes, and we have videos on these shortcodes that you can refer to. If you also go to the theme documentation for the home page, in the theme documentation we give you the code that you can use to display these. It already has the column and button shortcodes here. So I'm just going to copy this. Let's copy this, and then I'm going to go back to my widget areas here, open Home Middle, drag a text widget there, and I'm going to paste. Now once you paste this, then you need to put the URLs that you want these links to go to, like what is my home worth. If you're not using an IDX, we have a form in our website installed that we've set up for a home evaluation. You can refer to that page. If you're using an IDX, you would use the IDX broker, what is my home worth, the home valuation link. If you're using IDX broker, you can put the URLs here for the free listing manager as well, which is what we've done on this other site with IDX broker. Let's go here and open this up, and you'll see this is going to our home valuation IDX link, our user sign up, user login link. But if you're not using an IDX, you can set up pages for these kinds of things. You can have them sign up for feed burner links for your free listing manager, or you can have a what is my home worth page that you can put the URL here. Just replace these hashtags. So we're going to save this. Now let's go to the front of our site, and you'll see now we've got the two columns because we had the column shortcodes, and then we had the button shortcodes for the links here. But like I said, you can use any widget you want there. If you just want to put a welcome message there, you can do that. Okay, now there are other widget areas here, the home bottom left and home bottom right. Home bottom left, our communities. You can use any widget you want there. For the IDX, we're using the Equity IDX City links, and you just select your custom city list. Usually you don't want to use the default list because it's too big, so you can create a shorter list. We created one called the Florida Short List, and displaying those city lists in 4 columns. So if we go to the front of this site, you'll see here's our city links here where we've got the short list. And we put a welcome message in a text widget here as well. You'll see that here. Now if you're not using IDX, you can put maybe your blog post there. That's what I'm going to do here. Home bottom left. I'm going to use the Equity Featured Post widget, and I'm going to drag it here. And I'm going to put from our blog, and I want to show 2 posts there. I want to show the featured image, have it displayed left of the text. I want the title. Now I can show the excerpt, or I can show a content limit. I'm going to have a content limit of 150, and for my more text I'm going to put read more. Now let's save this and go to the front of our site. There we go. It's from our blog. We've still got the Hello World post in there, but you'll see the featured images to the left with the title, the content limit, and then the read more link. Now on home bottom right, on the one with the IDX, we put that same widget, that featured blog post widget, on the home bottom right, and we're using a text widget for the client testimonials using the built-in testimonial shortcode. And this is what we're going to put on our site that doesn't have any IDX. So I'm going to go to home bottom right. I'm going to drag a text widget. Now for that testimonial shortcode, again, just go to the theme documentation, and we have an example here where you can just copy it. I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. I'm going to call this Client Reviews. and put the client's name. Maybe the client's name is John Doe. And then after the beginning short code, you put the actual text of the testimonial. And we're going to change this from what's in the theme documentation. Let's clean that out. Jane Smith is the best agent I've ever worked with. Okay. Now you can also use these short codes to set up a testimonials page, have them all on a page, in which case you can put the URL to that page here for them to read more testimonials. But you see the testimonial short code here and here, and then we've also got our button short code here. And again, refer to the theme documentation for the short codes on how to use the testimonial and button short codes. So we're going to save this, go back to the front of our site, and you'll see now we've got the testimonial here. So that's how you configure the home page for Move In Ready for both WP Listings or for IDX Broker.